I love to stress to them that we live in a finite environment, and copper is an element and also is a finite element. The Earth has more copper in use today than there is on Earth, and how it helps us to be the most prevalent species on Earth as humans being the most numerous, because we were very clever at learning how to use it, shape it, then combine it and make tools, because as we were, technology is always like that, no? Technology, that was, metallurgy was one of early technologies that brought us here. So it is almost a stepping stone. I love to do that, to give them that connection. Then we aren't here just by a miracle of wishing. It was by learning, discovering, applying what we learn, and moving forward with that.
You can make it aerosol.
And actually, even the sound of it. Do you remember when you were hammering at the end? There was like cling, cling, cling. Yeah. Well, you had your earphones, but see, the sound is dull. Yeah. And you know, actually, what happened is inside the copper, if you were absolutely small and you could be inside how the copper is put together, or the particles are put together, there is like in this structure type. So when you are hammering, you are making everything tighter, tighter, tighter. And when I heat it up, these pieces move very, very fast. The heat makes them do that. And that, as they are moving and separating and coming back and moving, separating, coming back, they are putting oxygen and start getting in between.
It's very sculptural, Aiden. I like that.
That's great. I love it.
So, is this your experimental texture sheet?
Yes.
Cool. And it looks like you did some pokes on this now, too. I think I will cut out the back.
And then you may want to texture
so that you can see through. You agree?
That's too thin. That's too thin. That's too thin.
He has a lot of leeches over there.
Yeah.
I love going into the schools and getting with the kids because they are so fearless. And they try things, and they express themselves without even worrying about it. So that's a wonderful thing. So then I think that gives them confidence when they find that those risks paid off and that they did something that's a little bit different.
This has really been the most powerful form of professional development. That in the end, I have this opportunity to learn by watching someone do this, to teach this, who is actually teaching my students. And so as I was watching Martha, I was constantly learning and engaged in professional development, and also not only just from another teacher, but somebody who is an expert in her field. We always called her the guru. And, and so it was that kind of experience for me where I got to see how she applied things that I might read about or I might hear about in coursework, where she actually really lived it. And not only was she teaching the students, she was always modeling what she was teaching them. So she was engaged as a performer.
So when I get into the classroom, we circle up and we use our imaginations and pretend that we're in a longhouse. And I become Kaya, who is a revered elder, who is sharing stories of the natural history and the history of our local Puyallup tribes that came to Vashon and had longhouses. And I share this, and while I'm doing that, I'm also weaving, and with a watch and copy method, which is used by the Native Americans. So this one, you put it behind. And the next one. You got it. That's the challenge. That's twining. And you might want to, there you go. Here, you have the seat. And the nice thing is, it will hold your green weaver in place. Okay?
got it.
Okay, Martin.